The number of children rushed to the ER because of a head injury has increased dramatically in recent years. That's according to the CDC. Often children undergo a CT scan, also known as a CAT scan. But as Valley News Team's Lisa Bedeau reports, Consumer Report cautions that in many cases the test isn't needed and it can lead to long-term health risks.
Some 250,000 children a year get a CT scan after a head injury. Often it's parents who are pushing for the test. But CT scans deliver high doses of radiation, and in many cases, they're not necessary.
That's where it happened, but she's fine.
Francine Young took her 2-year-old daughter to a pediatric emergency room after she slipped and hit her head on a dresser at home.
She vomited shortly after, and she kept complaining about the pain in her head.
Like Gabriella, around 500,000 children a year end up in ERs because of a head injury, and about half of them undergo a CT scan. But the American Academy of Pediatrics reports that a third of those tests are unnecessary.
Many patients with concussion are a little dazed, a little off, a little headache, a little nauseated, and those patients, in the absence of any other finding, would not really need a CAT scan.
Parents may be playing a role in the increase in CT scans. A Consumer Reports survey reveals more than a third of parents say they would insist on a CT scan if their child received a significant blow to the head. Consumer Reports medical advisor, neurologist Dr. Orly Avitzer says radiation from CT scans increases the risk of cancer.
Children are more susceptible than adults to the risks of radiation, and there is a concern about the lifetime cumulative effects of radiation exposure.
And a CT scan of the head can expose a child to a significant amount of radiation, up to 400 times a regular dental bite wing x-ray. For Gabriella, there was no CT scan, but her mom was confident doctors did what they needed to.
She was observed by 2 doctors, so I felt very comfortable leaving there that night.
Now Gabriella is back to being a healthy, busy 2-year-old kid. Lisa Bedeau, Valley News Live.
Consumer Reports points out that there are times when a CT scan is very important after a serious accident like a car crash, or when there are serious symptoms like confusion, loss of consciousness, loss of hearing or vision, or tingling on one side of the body.
There's some tingling going on around Bisonville.
Loss of consciousness, maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. We have the very latest from Sioux Falls, and we'll let you know how the Bison got it done next in sports.